News broke of Renisha McBride and how she was shot dead on the front porch of someone living in Dearborn, Michigan. She had gotten into a car accident. She was looking for help around 2:30 in the morning, and she ended up in front of someone's house. And apparently the person living in that home was frightened, took out a gun, and shot her. Now, there are important updates to that story, including the way in which she got shot. Initial reports indicated that she got shot in the back of the head, and people were basically questioning why that was the case. Why would someone shoot a 19-year-old girl if she's walking away? Police are now saying that that is absolutely not true. In fact, let me read you the statement from Lieutenant James Serwatowski. He says the girl was not shot in the back of the head while leaving the porch. I don't know where the family is getting this. She was shot in the front of the face near the mouth.
So she's dead either way, and obviously she getting shot in the front of the face is not great either. But it is very, very important, and it's very relevant, okay? Because it's one thing if somebody thinks, this is a threat and I gotta shoot because they're coming towards me. It's another thing if they're walking away from you. Mm-hmm. So now, I have no reason not to believe the cops in this case. And in fact, one of the family members, and take all of this with a grain of salt. We said it yesterday on the show. First day, you have a certain set of information. Usually winds up, you get more information the next day, some of which contradicts the first day.
Let me elaborate.
By the way,
on
the second day, it's not said either.
No.
There'll be more information third, fourth day, etc.
So let me elaborate on that a little more, because that's the really frustrating part of some of the feedback we got on the initial report. We were very clear about the fact that there were few details about that. We weren't going to make any knee-jerk reaction or any type of crazy judgments until we got more details, right? And then people will say, well, don't cover the story until you have details. No, it's one of the biggest news stories in the country. You have to cover it based on the information that you have at the time. Facts change all the time. You get updates all the time. We are updating you guys on this story.
I don't know if this is a poor analogy or not, but it's kind of like saying, well, don't cover Obamacare because you're not exactly sure how all of the different parts of the plan are going to work out. No, that's not how it works. You get a news story, you cover it to the best of your ability, and you're clear about what you know and don't know, which is exactly what we did yesterday. Now, on this issue, one of the family members said, oh, I don't know where she got shot. Does that help in knowing? I don't know. Like I said, we might get more information.
There's going to be the cop's not lying. There's going to be a coroner. There's going to
if there's a lot of ways that cops can cover for each other, cover their tracks, etc. If there was some they didn't arrest the guy, why didn't you arrest them? And then you wind up, kind of very similar to what happened in the George Zimmerman case. But they can't make up stuff about the coroner's report.
No,
exactly.
and I mean, and in the immediacy of what happened, someone may, there are a zillion reasons why somebody may have seen her body, and it's a shotgun blast. Right. And that could have been gone through the back of the head. So, it's a terrible story, and and there's a lot of questions need to be answered. The accident was at 1:30. She was shot at 3:40. What happened in those intervening 2 hours?
See, to me, that was even almost more important than where she got shot.
Exactly.
Because that's weird. That's a 2 hour block, over 2 hour block there, where we don't know what she was doing. So. Don't jump to conclusions on either side. Of course, the guy who shot her says it was an accident, that he didn't mean to pull the trigger.
He said that the gun accidentally discharged.
Right.
I don't know how that's possible, but okay, that's what he's saying.
No, look, anything is possible, but it happened to discharge and hit her right in the face. Okay, grain of salt, but you know what? Look, there's a lot of. But on the other hand, what the hell was? Not on the other hand. Also, what was happening in those 2 hours? So there's a lot more to come out here.
And there are various possibilities. She could have been unconscious from the car accident for 2 hours, and then she woke up and then decided to go look for help. I mean, that's just a possibility. I'm not saying that's what happened. But as Cenk said, and as I'm saying again for the 50th time, you got to wait until the details come out, and then you figure out, what exactly happened that night.
Okay, but
what's weird is that she, according to the cop, by the way, that she wasn't unconscious because the accident happened in Detroit, and then the shooting happened in Dearborn Heights. So something happened. But, that could have been, but that said, so somebody, look, a billion things. Somebody could have picked her up, and then she got scared of the person who picked her up and ran out of that car, went looking for help. There's a host of possibilities.
All right, let's let the facts come in. But
we'll let them investigate.
Okay. But nonetheless, shooting someone on your porch first and then figuring out the facts, it's not the direction I would have gone in, right? Maybe we'll find out that she was posing some sort of imminent threat to the guy, but then why would he say that it discharged by accident? You probably wouldn't say that if you thought, well, she's posing an imminent threat, that's why I shot her, right? That would be a perfectly good defense. They're not going with that defense, so that's an interesting data point. And by the way, the number of people who would have been shot in that incident, if there was no gun in the house, yeah, that would have been 0, okay? And now later we might find out because of other facts that perhaps you will think that, oh, it's a good thing she got shot. I don't know, like maybe she was going to be an intruder and you would say that's great, good for him for defending himself with an accidental discharge. I don't know, right? But I do know nobody would have died if there wasn't a gun.
Yeah, at least this was a shotgun. I mean, it doesn't matter in this case, but I mean, nobody's arguing against shotguns.
So it's not an AR-15.
It's not an AR-15. It's not, one of 78 handguns.
I'm not going to outlaw shotguns. Nobody's going to outlaw shotguns. I got it, right? But look, if you ask me, I know you're not asking me, I wouldn't have a shotgun in the house because it's far, 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 far more likely that someone's going to die if you have a shotgun in the house. Usually it's actually someone in your own family. In this case, it happened to be a 19-year-old girl on the porch.